Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a TTM Return video, our 40th, the big 4-0, the 40th return video. TTM stands for Through the Mail Autographs. We send out cards and letters and athletes to athletes and celebrities and just hope to get back what we sent out. So what you see here in front of us is the Andre Dawson on the 89 Topps, Charlie Huff on the 87 Diamond King, and Bryn Smith on the 90 Donruss Diamond King. A little Diamond King love here. We do not open the envelopes until we're recording. I do trim the sides, but I don't take a peek, which is really hard to do. But I just set them on my shelf and wait till we're recording to see what we get. And I see the city where it's from, and I sometimes have a guess, but I cannot come up with who they are exactly, but I do have a guess on some. But today I don't know. They've been here for a while. These are from March 24th, 27th, and also on the 27th. So they've been sitting for a minute. And let's see who we got. Episode number 40. All right, let's see what we have. And we are using Mr. Joe Carter on that 92 score. We call them the big heads. Got this back early on in the TTM return business. Looks super cool. Let's see. We're coming back from Austin, Texas, Rio Grande district. No way. Oh, this is so cool. All right, let's start with the 91 score. We are working on a Nolan Ryan, kind of side PC, if you will. This is Reed Ryan's autograph, okay? We got it on the Astros. He was part of the management system, GM, I want to say. And then here he is on those Nolan Express cards, him as a youngster with his family and a young Nolan sitting on the fence post there. Here he is as a little older. He is the older son. That's his sister down there and his wife. But if you've watched that Facing Nolan documentary, Reed Ryan also was drafted. He was a pitcher just like his father. And again, you can imagine what the expectations would be if Nolan Ryan was your dad and you also were a pitcher. It's kind of, I have to assume it's kind of like being Michael Jordan's son or LeBron James's son. So we got this back. We sent this out to Reed Ryan on March 10th. March 10th, and he signed all four. That is super, super cool. This one is the coolest, though, him getting his 300th win. Oh, my word, those are super cool. We're going to put these on this. Mr. Reed Ryan, and I'm working on that side PC. I will put together a final, if you will, once we get all those back. But that Reed Ryan is a really cool addition to this little project we're working on. Awesome. So cool. Return number 2, coming out of Orlando, Florida. And you can see here we got a Mr. Bob Knight. Even put my name on there, to Jason, your best friend, Bob Knight. Well, okay, he probably didn't say that. He probably just meant to say that, but not a lot of room to write that. Let's check out Orlando, Florida. Got an index card. Oh, man, super cool. Manny Trio here on the 83 record breaker. And then I had to get him on those Cubby cards. Mr. Manny Trio on the 87 Topps. Oh, my word. And the 78 Topps. Oh, man, and the 89 Topps. And I wrote a letter, like I do on every letter that we send. And the Andre Dawson 89 is my favorite set. It's just when I started collecting, and this is the first Manny Trio card I ever pulled. And so when you're a young kid and I'm looking to learn about these things, I start scrolling up in the years and I see he played with the Cubs in the 70s. I couldn't believe that. So back when I was younger, I thought, well, this is my coolest card I have of him. He was a Philly. We won't hold that against him. Hot corner, Mr. Mike Schmidt. But he was a heck of a player. Won a couple Gold Gloves. Was an All-Star. And in my world, he's a Cubby. I had to get this one, and I've been watching several videos. 1978 is vintage, they say. Which I can leave or take, but it's just hard to think of that being called vintage, okay? It is, I get it, but then that also makes me vintage. I was born in 79. I just don't know how I feel about that. But thank you, Mr. Manny Trio. That is super cool. 4 of 4. We just sent him on March 20. March 20, and got that back March 27. So 7 days down to Orlando and back. 4 of 4. Mr. Manny Trio. Let's get him a case out here. I've got to put the 89 on top and that super sweet 1978. All right, one more return. And since I use Bob Knight, I felt the need to also pull up a Gene Cady. I mean, how cool is that, though? Okay, Gene Cady also signed and wrote a really cool note to me way back when. This is coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, March 27th. Oklahoma, okay. This envelope had a little issue down here. I'm just going to coax it out of there. Oh, yes. For the Cubby PC, Mr. Rick Rona. On the 90 tops, on the 90 upper deck, and the ever cool Rick Rona, Brandon Stebbins sponsored 1990 Donruss. And every time I see someone get a 90 Donruss and they mention your channel, Brandon Stebbins, if you don't know him, folks, I'll leave a link, but he is building the 90 Donruss set, all autographed. He is under like 30 cards, I think. It's super cool, but I don't think I have many of them coming back. But this will go for the Cubbies PC, of course. We love getting Cubs signing and through the mail. He signed all 3 of 3. And he did not have an 89 tops yet. He was still working his way up through the system at that time. So we're going to put his 3 here. He did, just check, he sent my letter back. I usually ask them some questions. He did. He answered both. What in the world? He answered both of my, I asked him, I collect all the players from those 89 and 90 teams, and I said, do you or did you collect any items from the team or others from your playing days? He put yes, bats. He must have saved some bats. I said, do you have any cool stories about your fellow rookies? Because his rookie class, Mr. Rick Rona, it was a pretty good Cubbies class. Jerome Walton, Dwight Smith, Joe Girardi was in there. He just says, yes, they were great and fun. And you can see here, he kind of underlined the fun and the bats. So he sent my letter back, wrote a couple quick answers to that. How cool, Rick Rona. Whoa, that's going to do it up, folks, on our 40th TTM Return video. I'd like to thank Rick Rona, those Chicago Cubs, Manny Trio, Chicago Cubs, and Mr. Reed Ryan, the son of Nolan Ryan and a former big league pitcher himself. Thank you for signing, and thank you for taking your time to do this through the TTM machine. There's a bunch of us out there who love doing this, and we really appreciate the athletes. I also appreciate you guys for watching out there. Thank you for watching the 40th TTM Return video. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.